Hey guys, Kelly here with Mindful Bodyworks. So today we're going to be doing a session to help move some energy in our body, get us going and moving and flowing. This is a quick practice, but we're going to start with a quiet breath. So I want you to sit however it's comfortable. I'm kneeling, but you could be sitting on your seat, on a blanket, pillow, block, any of the above is fine. So let's go ahead and get started. Close our eyes, find our breath. And just be aware of the breath. And notice if our breath is long or short. If it comes easy or if you're having to force it. And where your breath goes in your body. So when you inhale, do you feel your shoulders rising? Do you feel your belly rising? Just being an observer of our breath. And now let's start to lengthen the breath. So inhaling a little deeper this time, a little fuller. And then I want you to exhale out the mouth, letting any stress or tension go. And do that for the next couple breaths. So inhaling deeply and exhaling, letting it out the mouth. One more time. Good. And now just taking one more inhale through the nose. And now exhaling through the nose. Nice, slow, steady breath. We'll bring our hands heart center in prayer position, keeping your eyes closed if it's comfortable. We're just going to dip the chin towards our hands and just set an intent for the day. And our intent could be something very personal or just very generic, whatever you want to set your intent. I'm just going to set my intent as I intend to release and move energy in my body. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and blink your eyes open. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start on all fours, warming the body up. So we're going to do some cat and cow. So we want to stack the joints. If this is too much, you can be on your fist. You can be up on your toes for balance. But you want to stack your wrist under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And then we'll go ahead and exhale all the air out and bring our spine up towards the ceiling, tucking our chin towards our chest, exhaling out. And then on your inhale, we're going to come into our cow. And we're going to look forward slightly, really elongating through the whole spine. And then go ahead and flow through this a couple of times with your own breath. Exhale, squeezing the lungs, coming into cat. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Strong arms in our cow. Following your own breath, you might need to go a little faster or a little slower, but really have purpose and intent in your movements. Last one, we'll do one cat and one more cow, and then we'll meet back in a neutral spine. From here, we're just going to come into camel. So we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to come up into a kneeling position. Now, if this is too much for you, you can definitely double up your mat or put a blanket under your knees. And we're just going to find the lowest part of our spine. So not up in the low back, but come down at the glutes where we have our sacrum and our coccyx. And we're going to put our fists on either side of our hips here. And we're just going to make a C with the spine. Opening the heart, opening the chest, breathing here. Now if you have neck issues, you can keep your head looking straight, but just make a C with the spine. Breathing freely. And then we'll go ahead and exhale and come all the way down into child's pose. So knees apart, feet together. You can have your arms all the way out with your forehead on the floor, or you can have your hands stacked if you can't get your forehead to the floor. So just taking a breath here, checking in with your body. How does your body feel? Does it feel tired? Does it feel tight? How do you feel? And then slowly come back up to center. We're going to take those hands into the mat and our toes back into the mat and lift up into downward facing dog. So just pedaling through our dog here, really breathing and stretching. You can add a little hip action here, just really stretching out. And then we're going to come into a plank. So if you need to modify, you just drop the knees to the mat. Otherwise, you're in a nice sturdy plank. If you have wrist issues, you can come down on your forearms. And we're just finding strength here. Breathing. Again, checking in with our body. And then come back to downward facing dog. We're going to do that again. So inhale, plank. Exhale, hold the pose, but do not hold your breath. And then drop the knees if you haven't already. And we're just going to stack the joints. So we're going to take our right hand right under our right shoulder and our right knee right under our right hip. And we're going to open up into a side plank. So this is a modified side plank. You can lift the bottom knee if you want to come up and challenge your strength a little bit more. But do what's best for your body. So we'll take 2 more breaths here. You can look wherever it's comfortable. And then come back down on your next exhale and come to the other side. Left hand under left shoulder, left knee under left hip, and open the chest up. Again, looking wherever it's comfortable for your neck. You can lift the knee if you want to challenge your strength or your balance. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. Really reaching through those top fingers. And exhale, come back down. So now we're just going to tuck those toes again. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders. You can sway from side to side if you want to. Breathing here. And then we're going to come into our half lift. So inhaling halfway up. Nice straight spine, straight neck. You're looking at your mat. And on your next exhale, you can lower. We'll do that again. Inhale, nice strong back. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And from here, we're just going to sit back into a chair. So we're going to be lifting the chest up towards the sky and sitting back with the hips. So if you had headlights coming out of your sits bones back here, they're pointed back. That's very important. You don't want your knees to go forward. You want to be pushing those hips back. You should see all 10 toes here. You can have your arms up, or if that's too much for your low back, you can have your hands out in front of you, welcoming the heat, welcoming the strength in those legs, breathing, and then exhale, fold. We're going to do that again. So we're going to inhale, chair. Again, make sure your foundation is good. And exhale, fold. We're going to do that one more time, working those legs. Inhale up. Now this time, if you want to try, you can come into balancing chair up on your toes. You definitely don't have to do this. And when you're ready, you'll exhale all the way down, spilling that head down towards the mat. And breathe. And we're just going to interlace the hands and the elbows and just hang here. Now I want you to imagine that you're rooting through your feet, you're grounding yourself. It's very important to ground and just be present in our body. So now let's check in with our mind while we're hanging here. So we checked in with our body to see how our body was feeling, but how are we feeling emotionally? Are you holding on to something? Do you feel stressed, anxious, happy, sad? Just be aware of how you're feeling. And now we're going to walk the hands back out and come back into our plank. And you can be in your modified plank if you want to drop to your knees. It's completely up to you. So if you want to change that energy, change that feeling, transmute it, transform it, we're going to inhale here. And then on our exhale, we're going to lower down with strength. We're going to inhale to our modified Sphinx or Cobra. And we're going to hang out here for just a minute. Now, if you're feeling stressed or anxious or sad, or mad, I want you to inhale here and then exhale. Open your mouth and let that out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Excellent. Now push back through those hands and come back into our child's pose. Relaxing back, making this comfortable for you. Checking in with your body, checking in with your emotions. And we're just gonna roll up here. Our head's the last thing to come up. And we're gonna take our hands behind us, like so. You can grab a wrist or interlace your fingertips. We're just gonna sit comfortably. We're going to open our chest, open our throat here, sitting up nice and tall, opening the whole front of the body. And you can keep your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter, just breathe. And again, if you're feeling any feelings that you just want to get rid of or transform, find the opposite feeling. So if you're sad, think a happy thought. If you're angry, try and laugh out loud right now. If you're stressed, try to think of something that makes you peaceful. If you're anxious, connect with your inner breath. Just breathe and imagine that you're breathing in calming inhales and calming exhales. If you found this video and you're already happy and excited and doing well, hold on to that feeling and just breathe. So we'll take one more life-quenching breath here and exhale. And then bring our hands heart center, prayer position. And we're gonna dip that chin down towards the chest. If you can take your thumbs up to your forehead, right between your brow. And just thank yourself for being present and taking a moment today to connect with yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing today. Take care.